Oh, bloody hell, sorry. You're lurking there, Anton. I know you are. You're just waiting in the sides and sneaking out. Ah! I claim first. How are you, buddy? You alright? Having a good week so far? Happy hump day. I'm still haven't done, as usual, socials. So just got to do this. So yeah, it's all groovy. I hope you're all right. Dunk, 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 dunk. Share. Cool. Poor mate. What? Wow. Hey. So new Krios. Yes. I've got 2 boxes of these. Mechtonks indeed. Doesn't look like a friend of a Turkey. No, no. Turkey Man. We don't talk about that. We do. Turkey Man. Turkey Man was just one of those things that just, it was an itch that needed scratching, and he did the scratching. So, well, going live now. Bosh and donk. Bush. Right, last one. If I get onto the bloody thing properly. Oh, God damn it. Discard, I'll do that again. Story, I'll be doing it story, ain't I? Hey! Yeah, I'm trying not to read any of the new leaks. Don't know any of the leaks. I haven't really been focusing much on anything. And Luke, you little tiki tonky. Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly, why can't I just do things normally? Delete. Delete. Thank you. God damn it. Sorry, right, do it again. And I have to do the bits. Got to do the bits, like the link. That's like the most important thing. So it's so hard being a live stream. gosh. I'll do. Oh, groovy. Right, how is everyone anyway? Tonka. Absolutely. That's fine. Right. Okay, I'm sorted. I'm done. I'm done. It's okay. So yeah, how is everybody? I'm fine. I've been very hot today because it's been quite warm. And being quite warm and doing lots of manual work is not a great combination. So I was like super sticky. Oh, little mechanical mouse organs. Decals. We like decals. Brass. Recycling. It's recycled day tomorrow. Well, seems straightforward enough. I'll put that. So I really have to get some time where I can actually tidy up and look after stuff tidy up stuff basically. Look after my workspace. Need to be able to actually find things for one. Not too bad, dude. Second that, been a tad warm. Yes, it's ooh. So just checking these little bad boys out. So lots of little cogs, wheels. The main part. Hold on a second. Yeah, cotton picking. There are 3 types of weapons in these things. Yeah, the Irad Scourer. That's new. The Pulsar Fusel. Pulsar Fusel, the Irad Scourer, and Lightning Cannon. I honestly thought that was their version because I haven't seen that version. So the Pulsar Fusel, which is the Venator version of this. So it's like anti-tank. It's the only thing that's like strong enough to take on tank armor. Because lightning guns are good against like heavy infantry. Because of the highest. Well, in Heresy, I don't know what it's like in Natural Disco because I haven't read the book. What do you think I am? I'm not ready to play a game of this yet. Got to build up my armies. So it's lightning cannon, so it's like anti-infantry in Heresy, anti-tank, and Irad Scourer is going to be anti-infantry as well, or specifically anti-infantry because of the rad stuff. But if you tidy up workspace, you'll never find things ever again. That is true. That is very true. Not bad. Passed my C1 driver's license and treated myself to a new Space Force. Oh, you know what? I never took you for a Space Wolf. I never took you for a Space Wolf because of your love for Volcanum. I never imagined you as a Space Wolfie. Never crossed my mind. Never in a million years would I have thought that you would have been a Space Wolf player. Never. Can't believe it. I mean, I'm in denial. Denial. So congratulations on the C1 as well. So I think you definitely deserved a little treat. Brass. Sorry. Right, sorry. But me neither, but sculpts are cool, plus no good birdie sculpts yet. Right. Right. We're going Vintners? Well, I'm going Vintners. You've got no choice but to come along. It's bloody wall. Where's my glue? Right, glue? No, that's not my glue. Where's my glue? Luke, where did I put my glue? Ah, found it. That's it. Moving my hobby room. The kids wants his own room. How rude, honestly. Kids want their own room. I suppose, you know, we have to make sacrifices at times. But if you've got a big enough garden, there's a place for a man cave. Just saying. It's a lot. So the one thing I was worried about with Mechanicum is it does have small little bits like this. And also, what the fuck? I was just honestly, I was having a moment there because that big cog, that thing. I haven't looked at my Krios Venator in probably 3 years, but I have seen my Triorus recently. So that way, I thought, oh, well, it should be a door there, but it's not a transport; it's a tank, and it has a cog. So we've established what the fuck I'm doing. 9, 8. Where's the 8? It's like some of these kits on Legions Imperialis, the parts, although numerous. Why am I cutting off? Oh no, I do have to cut off. Oh, sorry. Despite their numerous nature, I'm not going to bother fucking letting that spin. You can stay. Oh no, get on. Although there's lots of little parts, they do tend to go together quite easily and quickly. So that way you get done fast. It's really quite quite a pleasant surprise that you go, oh wait a second, I've built like 6 tanks in next to no time. It's like the other week when I was building the rhinos, just didn't realise how quickly I was going to get through them, but I did. Doesn't want to sleep in the same room as this. That is fair. That is fair. I'm back in the boy on this. Fusel. So it's very similar in the big model, is that it was mostly one part central bit with the cannon. This part is separate. The one that I got was a bit miscast and I didn't bother trying to do anything about it. I was too excited, so I went and tidied it up as best I could and just went with it. Oh, yeah, that thing's over 10 years old. Jesus, I got it when it came out. No. Yeah, the little tiny bit. See, that's the thing. You got so many little tiny bits. Quickly whip these off because glue is already setting. Hopefully catch you in a little bit, dude. No, no worries. Oh, fuck me. This is donkulous. Right. That's... I think with these exposed parts as well, because you've got that tidy up to do, you've got to do it because it's so like in the way. Right. So that's one. Well, it's not quite finished yet, but I'm just rushing ahead with the second one because why not? I do like how it goes together quite easily anyway, with the weapon. But you only get, as I said, 2 of these pulsar fusels in the box, and 2 Irad scourers, but you get 3 lightning guns, lightning cannons. So it's one of those. So that's I would prefer that you had the options, like, well, to be fair, I don't know if you can have 3 Venators in a squadron or if they're specifically left that way because of the nature of the beast, but it makes no sense. Why not? Why not have 3 of them and 3 of these and 3 of them? You know, in, for example, Dystopian Wars, you do get the options to build certain ships. So you can only build one type of ship out of one particular setup, but you have the options for that ship. or you have the options to build a different ship. Obviously, you decide which ship you want to build, but you have all the options there, is what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. You know, with these, I've been, you know, most of the Legions Imperial Asset range are pretty cool. You know, I'm not grumbling about it, but I am grumbling about it. But, you know, there's always room for improvement with any model kit. So you don't necessarily have to just, you know, stick it. I'd rather have options than not. Do what we did there. Plonk. Donk. Make sure that's trimmed off properly. And then we just stick a little bit there. And then plonk that on. There. Sweet. Second little bugger off. And then pop. Let's make sure you get these little excessive bits off wherever you see them. Oh, ow. Ouch. Ouch. Alright, we've got to stick some little bits on top of them. So these little bits here, that's what I hate. It focuses and then it will not do what it should. God damn it. God damn it. Careful. Clonked in there. Bum, bum, bum. Trying to get the basement for myself, but every time I renovate a room for my hobby, it gets used for everything but the hobby. But the wife is happy, so I've got nothing to complain about. Yeah, as they say, happy wife, happy life. So ouch, 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 ouch. Krynos Venator. Oh, you're going to get two of the shield plates as well. So you don't have to worry about that for the actual Krios. Bugger, come back. But get that. nice. It is nice, but I put them out of view just so you can't bloody see them. Right. Don't know. Hold on. I'm going to check if I have. I'm not sure if I've got the Mechanicum book here. I have. Because it has not only the Rise of the Dark Mechanicum, it has Mechanicum in there as well. So. Ooh. Right. Okay. So, out of a possible 12, oh, okay. Right, so the Krios tanks. Although saying that, hold on. So yeah, so the Krios tanks, you can have to increase in freeze, basically. So you start with a detachment size of 3 for 100 points, and then you have 2 increases by another 3 or by 6. So with that, you can also have a mix between the Irad Scourer and the Lightning Cannon. And then with Venators, you can only have the Venators. But they have a minimum size of 2, and you can increase them by 2, 4, or 6. So I'll build another 2 Venators. It's 4. And then that would leave 2 there. So I can probably sneak out. Right, so 20. So what's that? Yeah. So 6 in the box. So 12 in total. 2, 4. That is 8. So I'll go 6, and that leaves 6. Right, okay. Well, because anything else I can't do. So 6 Venators, and then the rest being a mix of Irad and lightning guns. Weapon wise, lightning cannon, 5 to hit, -2, 2 dice 20-inch range. Theoretical cleanser 4 plus the hit, 16-inch range, -2, which is light AT, and you can always cover. So it's worth having a couple of them in there as well, really. Just to add additional gunnage, I guess. Oh, I've got to do the little sponsons. Pretty cool, actually. So with these little sponsing bits, which are get them fixed in place first, and then address the actual weapons. tiniest tonks. La, da, da, da. Nice. So 2 little creoles. Yeah, this works out. Birad scourer thingy. That's nice. And so they are fairly straightforward to put together, but obviously without knowing what to put into them, that's the hard part. Hey, hello Elcord, how are you, buddy? You alright? What are you up to? I'm assuming you're working. All busy putting together our tonk of the Mechanican flavour. Little Lyrid. So that's all these little pieces for sticking little doodles. Oh, hello, Phantom 1210. 1210. How are you? What are you up to, mate? How are you feeling as well? You on the road to recovery at last? That's the first three. So these dudes can't go with these dudes, but I gotta have a nice chunky formation of these anyway. All 10 of you agree. What about the 12? If we've gotten the 12 of you, they're first. Ah. So did you get yourself a introductionary box, army box thing, or did you go for the big Wells battle group? Funnily enough, I was at the Armoured Clash talking to James when I was, Saturday, when I saw a certain bee tearing through the crowds with Dylan. So I actually, I was having a nice chat with James, and I just went, "Excuse me," and I just went, "Ooh," put my arm out, and went, "Shorty." And she briefly stopped, said hello, in her quest for Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and then dashed off, and then James had disappeared, so I followed suit and disappeared myself. Screw you, Jim. Here's B. Well, to be fair, I know James, and I've seen him numerous occasions. So when the opportunity arises to say hello to somebody you've never actually met before, you have to take the chance. You would have understood. Fine, that's all right. Makes all the sense. One problem, the AC stuff is lovely to build, but especially on a slopey tripod, where's the bugger am I meant to put the flat-based flags? What flags? I've only built the one model, which was the Wells Explorer thingy crab thing. Where is it? So this monstrosity. So that's the only model for the AC that I've built and painted, obviously. Fun fact, that's the wrong way round. I got ahead of myself. There's a sloped bit, well, not sloped bit, there's a bit here which sort of goes into where that would sit, the shape of it. But the super glue just was the strongest thing known to man. I even froze it over a course of 2 days and it still wouldn't fucking come on. Oh, officer's flag. Well, they only go into the bases. Or to signify a officer's or command vehicle. In that case, make it up as you go along, to be honest. Yeah, it's a so there's a chunky piece. So that's it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, you can sit on the bed. There you go. Stay. Right. Yeah, I just had to bung it on a jaunty angle. Well, jaunty angles has add character to, to things. What's going on there? No, bugger off. No, 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 no. That's okay. That's cool. That's cool. Right. Just gotta put some more weapons. That's what I do. Nice. What's the last Venator to do? The last Venator with their Volkite doohickeys. Quite a the yeet ability. Yeah, so the thing I also like about like Dystopian Wars and Armored Clash is that they update the rules sort of regularly, sort of thing, after unleashing them. If there's any needs, FAQ them, they get done relatively quickly and easily, and it's all free to download. So obviously that's handy if you are a modern gamer that takes like a iPad with them to their games. Right, that's 6 talks done. Ooh, that's a fridge. Bottle opener. And some my Luke, who was in earlier on, he plays the Enlightened in Dystopian Wars, and he was always trying to do the teleportation thing. So he would try teleporting his battleship, and every game it would like be lost. So it's like a 300-point model gone. And when he first got to play me in a little tournament thing, of course it worked. Like first time ever, it worked, and he's like teleported it into like an excellent kill position behind one of my ships. But unfortunately, he teleported it way too close. So in Dystopian Wars, you need to be, well, you might have changed now, but back then, if you fire torpedoes at somebody, they have to be at least over 6 inches away before they're active, or 5 inches over. And he was like within that sort of area because he wanted to be like point blank sort of thing. But it doesn't work that way for torpedoes. So basically, he fires the torpedoes and they just don't go off. Yeah, I've wiped out more of my ships than anybody else. It's one of those little things, you know, it's characterful, it adds to the game. But yeah, it's definitely something that's it can make or break, and most notably, it breaks on a regular occasion. So that's the risk you run. Played against a guy that sailed that big Russian iceberg ship in a huge cluster of other ships, right as my Antarctica squadron though. He was in tears, remember? So the iceberg aircraft carrier is the German ship, unless you're talking about the old Dystopian Wars, because the Russians don't have. I think they have the ability to make icebergs. I don't know. They're normally sunk by the time by the time they get the ability to do that. No, I have lost games of Dystopian Wars, and they've both been against Commonwealth, and both of them were against my friend Phil, because he's played it a lot more than I have. I want to estimate maybe 600 to 700 points of ships went to Davy Jones's locker. Well, once Wayland get into their new facilities proper and the gaming hall is all done and dusted and everything, I'm sure that they'll be organising a Dystopian Wars campaign day. So no, the Russian Mass 5 one that shoots spells. Ah, right. No, I don't think I've actually come up against that. Is that the one with the massive like railgun thing? Or is that a German one? I don't know. Yeah, we were just discussing Dystopian Wars. Was Phil is into it? Just literally the Berg cannon and some light arms. All right. Yeah, definitely not come across that. I have fought Commonwealth and I have defeated Commonwealth. I've defeated Imperium. It's right. So I've participated in 2 campaign days. Now, I've played against people that have played a lot more games than I have, and in the first tournament that I took part in, I came second. I was undefeated. The person that came first, I actually beat, but he won on points gained. So, yeah. So he got more points out the games, and yet I won. I won all my games. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 games to play that day. I'm getting confused, but yeah, whatever it was, I won, and came second. And then the second campaign day, I won all my games again, and I won. I came first. But I also won a painting, because they used to have like a painting competition part. So you'd submit a model for the painting competition. They'll take it away during lunch and, you know, discuss and all that sort of stuff. So so I won one of them. The first one, I came second to my friend Paul. Now, Paul was meant to be playing. He bought a ticket, but he decided. I think, I don't know. It might have been. You might have had a person down, because there weren't really like big sort of tournaments. There was only like, you know, like half a dozen of us the same. So he pulled out and just stayed there to cheerlead, and and shout out Spearschluder, because he plays Imperium, and he loves the Spearschluder in that exact same sort of voice. So he enters the Imperium iceberg aircraft carrier, the Iron Maiden or whatever it is, Ice Maiden. So he won that one for that, and it was nicely painted, to be fair. But as I said, he weren't playing in it, but he had bought a ticket, so it was legit. And I came second on that one. I don't remember what I ended in that one, to be fair. He was robbed. The Germans are his favourite Mannschaft. Yeah, it's one of his favourite. Well, he and Phil got into it first, and they bought the Promethean Skies. So one of them took Commonwealth, and one of them took Imperium. So when they was like talking about it, and I knew of it. I was interested in it because I like warships and stuff like that. So I thought, well, I can't. I like the look of the Commonwealth. But Phil was playing them, and it would have been silly having two Commonwealth players. Because if you're trying to, you want to be your own little group, don't you? So I'd spent like a week looking up all the different ships and stuff, and there was always something that just put my nose out of joint with certain ships. But then I happened to be listening to We Have Ways podcast with Al Murray and James Holland, and they were doing an episode about the Royal Navy, because the battle for the Atlantic was probably the greatest battle, because if we hadn't have won that, we wouldn't have had the supplies, and we would have been starved out. But luckily, the brave sailors of the British and Commonwealth, and so Canadians in particular, and the Americans, and then obviously they got into the war, but they were mostly focusing on the Pacific, and the Canadians basically said, like, we'll cover the slack here so you can do what you need to do, sort of thing. And they helped out, and they had quite, at the end of it, they had quite a big naval force for such a small populated country, and their soldiers were quite rightly feared in the whole thing. But listening to the stories of the epic struggles and battles, because nobody ever really talked. That was one of the things they were saying. Like, no one really talks about, the Battle of the Atlantic as much as like DJ and Market Garden and Dunkirk. And as James Holland says, like, it's not as if you can actually walk the battlefield. Because you can't see anything, because it's all sucked. But pretty critical. There's a few people I nominate to Walter Battlefield. Yeah, well, protecting suppliers isn't very sexy, is it? No, it's not. But like at one of the literally when we was having our lunch at one of the it was actually the first one that I participated in. Um, I was saying to the people, a couple of guys that turned up about that film and not film about that podcast and how it got me into doing The Crown, but also telling them to watch Greyhound because escorting the convoys, not very boring, but when the wolf pack's there, that's when it gets interesting, and that is a really good film. So definitely worth watching. And Crystal, hello, boss. Lovely to see you again. Sneaking in at your lunch break like I was earlier on with Millie Stream. How's the loft? I'm assuming because I'm quite warm, so I'm assuming it's warm up there as well. Right, better go and have one of those mythological early nights people talk about. Early start tomorrow. Well, good luck with that. Have a great rest of the stream. I'll be fine. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to hang out, Phil. Lovely to see you as always. I just made it up. Oh, I take it BB was refusing to go to sleep. Yes, you are pretty cool. You're one called Dudette. Is that a term? Dudette? Oh no. Dude. Cool dude. That's cool dude. Sorry, I'm just rattling there. I think it's the heat. Just going to aim for half an hour tonight. Yeah, I don't blame you. So yeah, okay. How about we pull the plug about 10 past? How's that? That sound alright? Because I say I'm just building these stuff. I think that the heat has zapped me of my superhuman abilities. Oh. Was you no, I wouldn't say like it was a hard day at work today because it was like so muggy. So we was putting up a few rolls. Well, you've been there, so those big rolls. So we put up 3 of them, and then obviously serving customers and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just long. So yeah, it was. So I'm not tired, but it's sometimes you're in the mood, sometimes you're not so much in the mood, if you know what I mean. And when you're in the mood, you're like wow. So yeah, yeah, indeed. Well, exactly. You know what? Sorry. Hello. You especially know because obviously you are a streamer. So you know exactly what it's like. So, boom. But it's always nice to have you here, and it's always nice to hang out with you whilst you're hobbying. So. So these tiny little bloody bits you've got to stick onto some of these tanks. If you want it to look cool, you've got to do the work. No. A little bit of glue. So let's stick that in there. Oh, bugger. Nope, get back. I may have just overdid it there. Zonk. Caught myself. Yeah, it's all groovy when it's getting to the end of it. Nice. Well, where did I put it? Oh, there. Cold beer. So that's the important thing. Are you keeping yourself hydrated as well up there? I don't even drink, honestly. Well, you might be able to survive for like, you know, half an hour without any lubrication. Opinions for the little guns. It's all about the little things. Oh. You've got a busy couple of weeks coming up, haven't you? Or the BBs. Oh, it's your birthday? No, never. Yeah, so on BB's thing, I'll be leaving work about 2. I'm assuming that is that your parents. I can't remember what the invite said. I just know it said 2:30 start. Yeah, funnily enough, I've also got another birthday thing later on that day. So it was my longest serving friend, Russell. It's his birthday as well. So it's his 50th. So I'll be shooting off today. I can't remember if it was 6 or 6:30. I might be there. And that's up in Hertford. So obviously after BB's little celebration, I've got another one to go to. So I won't be streaming that night, I don't think. Well, I might do, depends what time I get back from that. So, never say never, but you never know. You just don't know. I asked Rob to order some Stitch wrapping paper. Is she into Lilo and Stitch Day? Yeah. Is there anything that she? Well, she's not going to be able to tell you what she bloody wants, because she. Is there anything that she wants or you would like for her to have? If you let us know. If you've got another like BB list or something, because I'm useless at shopping. Nice. Oh, right, okay. I'll look at that in a bit. Obviously, not right now. Got a live stream on, don't you know? They're entertaining the masses. Well, yeah, it's a hard thing to do, sort of thing. Like, I don't know, you'd probably have to sort of get a conversation started. Really, you can't just like just drop it in there. So I would just like put something into the chat saying like, oh, has anyone seen anywhere that does this? And it's for BB's birthday. Get the conversation started. Because people are forgetful. So sometimes they just need a little gentle reminder, because sometimes people like to buy presents for little BBs. So it should do it, like, mention it sort of soon. Because, what is it? Yeah, so it's not this week, it's weekend after next, isn't it? So next week. That's what I mean, but I think I'll just leave it unless someone asks. Not like she needs more stuff. That's fair. And then we got your birthday weekend after. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like 2 birthdays in a row. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Such teeny tiny bloody detail. Too much, I tell you. Yeah, so with your birthday thingy, I'll be bringing. I'm still hoping to try and get a table, a cancellation or something. So I'll bring my Blood Bowl with me. And if I'm not fussed if I play or anything like that. You know, I'm just there for your birthday. Um, that's the important thing to me. But obviously, if I did get a table, I'm totally getting Titans out because I would like to. And not to make it about me. It's not about me, I know, but that's what I enjoy. I'm sorry. I'm selfish. Titans can fit on a secret table. You're having part of the game that's come stomping in. Oh no, you found your role. That means you get attacked by a Warlord Titan. Little tonk, little tonky, little tonky on the dusty road. Yeah, so it's quite a nice little weekend. Well, it's a couple of weekends really. So for those who might be listening to this later, that does mean the 21st and the 28th there will be, well, 21st might be, I'd say 70% won't, but there is a chance I might, depending upon how the day goes. 28th definitely won't, because I won't be getting back till late, and I'll probably be a bit tired after driving back from London. I am driving up Friday night, but like what I normally do is that I go stay over at Gow and Simon's. So I normally go over there and catch up with them, see how they're doing, and chill. You're doing something, aren't you, on the Friday night? Like there's some of you are gaming or something, aren't you? So, yes. Got to go. Need to bake some buns for my son's last day. Oh, that's so nice. Would be a bit cheeky to come Warhammer World and play Blood Bowl then. That's probably a little bit. But I say it's why whenever I go up there, I'll go and spend the evening playing games and stuff around Simon and Gail's, because they're absolutely lovely, and like Gal is like, we've adopted each other, so we normally have deep, meaningful conversations until the early hours whilst drinking whiskey. And then I go to bed, and then I wake up and then come play games. As you do. But yeah, I only say I get to see them. I say only when I go up there. Did I drive there straight? Oh no, that was UK Games. That's what I drove straight to. Yeah. Well, it depends. If I can get out of work a little bit early on that Friday, I'll swing by Warhammer World. But if I can't get out early, then I won't. But I'll let you know. So I will warn you. I'll pop over there for a little bit and then sneak back over. Because funnily enough, I like you. You're alright. You're cool. So. It's always nice to see you, as you will know. It was actually funny enough, so like with Anton baking buns for his son's last day. Today was the last day that I took Maddie to her college because she's going to be going to university next term. So yeah, I think she's, like I said, it was my last time of dropping her off to college. I think she's got just the last exam tomorrow. So yeah, so that's, you know, that's been 2 years that she's been there doing her A levels. Hey, hello, Greta. Another survivor of Millie's stream earlier on. Oh, is that when you turned up and I said hello, sweet cheeks, and that other guy, like I've spoken to him in chat. I don't know him. Like, call you sweet cheeks. I don't know you. A bit rude. Yes, that's what I was going to say to you as well. It's like, because on Wednesday, obviously, I'm at work, so I have the stream on in my pocket on mute. So when I'm not working or serving, I'll go on there and just check through what's going on. And I came back on, and she's painting a catcher for a human team up. Is it how what she's got? And I said, like, I see Crystal McDowell has influenced you into painting Blood Bowl. And she went, yeah. You hobbying tonight, Gratag? You just chilling out on your sweet cheeks? No, just playing World of Warcraft. Oh, that's all right. Thank you for dropping in. Right. That's all good. Never played Warcraft, although the whole Leroy Jenkins thing did, you know, make me more aware of it. But I can't. Well, I knew of Warcraft before then because this guy I used to work with, Martin Castle, and he was a younger lad, salesman, very cheaty, sort of bits and pieces off. No worries. I've seen you tomorrow anyway. What was it? Yeah, so he had to actually give up work because he had like really bad arthritis in his knees. So he was living with his girlfriend Sally in this council place that's paid for and all that sort of stuff. And he got into Warcraft back then, sort of thing. So it was like early days of Warcraft. So he let himself go. He was, got on fat because one of my other friends who was closer to him went round to visit him, and he literally said, I went round to see him, and if going into his house, he sat down at his computer and I spoke to the back of his head for about an hour and a half because he was playing the game. But he was so into the game, literally, him and Sally, that was their thing. Like, Sally would go out to work, come home, and then they would sit down in their room, computer setups on either side of the room, so they're back to back, so not even facing each other or side by side, they're back to back, and they're playing World of Warcraft. And at that time, Mark was saying that Martin was basically one of the best players of Warcraft in Europe, sort of thing, because obviously he's playing all the time, high level characters and all that sort of shit, and he's got all the keyboards and all that sort of shit, so he really went deep on that. But yeah, it was it's a shame that he was suffering with the arthritis in his knees and stuff, and he was a funny lad, but yeah, he basically went downhill from there. Little fat Buddha, as Mark called him. Grass. Volkites. When's Amelia's birthday? End of the month. All right. So give me your address, I'll send you that for her. So it's a little SD Heroes Gundam. It's a little easy-ish kit to do. So you get her the one that you was thinking of, and she can have that one from me. Because I'm never going to get round to building it. I've got too much on my plate. And if it helps you out in a situation, that she can dabble and do stuff, and yeah, so. That's Crystal's birthday in the month as well. So many birthdays. Terrible. It's my little sister's birthday as well. So Crystal's on the 28th. My little sister is on the 29th. BB 21st. Ooh, come back. Hey, Bath Mouse. Evening. How are you? What have you been up to? Sorry, I got stuck in the middle of nothing. Right, so what I said, DM me your address, and Amelia can have that. So you get her the other one that you was going to get her. That's a little SD one, so it's a simpler one, little chibi type one, and she can have that, right? Because I've got no worries. I said she's an alright kid, even though she's very suspicious of me. I mildly tolerate her. All good. Oh boy, well, Prime has decided to get really funky and clog my airbrush. Oh, dude. Need to get onto that. She'll love it or she'll set fire to it. One or the other. Now I'll get it sent out as soon as I well, probably won't be able to do it until my next day off next week. So, but I will get it to you one way or the other. I've done that one already. Oh, needed this. It went really lumpy in B. This is the Vallejo primer as well. Really? That's worrisome. I just found a piece that I thought, hold on a sec, that should have been in the base of one of the tanks, but obviously I haven't stuck it there, so never mind. They're stuck together now. Right. So that airbrush cleaner stuff that you can get from Hobbycraft is pretty damn good. I'm fairly certain as soon as I mention you, Jane Kerris do it, she'll give it a go, and she likes building Warhammer and things, so I think this will be a winner. To be fair, you can't really go too far wrong. It's a lot cheaper than Warhammer in comparison. She doesn't have to worry about going into stores and playing games with them. So you just build them and pose them, perfect her photography skills. I just realised I've missed a bit. Oh shit! Put them on quick. It says. I'm totally massacring this bloody thing. Because I cocked up. So at least you can perfect her photography skills and try out sort of different techniques and stuff, like in-depth perception, widescreen. No, it is widescreen technically in a way. But you know, it's working with different subject matter as well, like taking pictures of them on a night out somewhere, as we were doing with Miniature Noodles down in London for the premiere thing back in March. Plus, like, you know, certain animes, like Gundam animes, are actually really quite good to watch. They're enjoyable. So, like G-Quux, which I haven't watched the last episode yet, on Amazon Prime. Podunk. And finally, the final piece on this little puzzle. There's Podunk Podunk Donk. So here we go. So four of the Krios Venators, which are the anti-tank versions of the Krios tank, and then Irad Scourers. So those are something you can mix in with the Krios, which is the lightning cannon versions. With them, as I was saying earlier on, I was looking through the book, and you can only have them in multiples of 3. So you get to build 2 Venators per sprue, and you can put the other 2 into Irad cleansers. When I get round to the other box, because that's it for tonight. Because that's it. Then that will add up to 6 Venators, because I'll take 2 Venators off the first one, and then the rest will go on to doing what do you call them? The lightning gun ones, lightning cannons. So I'll have a squadron of 6 lightning cannons and Irad cleansers. So, or I can have them in units of 2 and 1 with them. Venators you can only have a minimum of 2. Then it's 4 or 6 or 8, sort of thing, or something like that. Increase the size. So I'll go with a 6 strong unit, or a 4 and a 2, whatever denomination, as long as it's by 2s, they're by 3s. So that'll be that's my plan with these guys. Right. But as I did say, that was it for me. So I'm back this Saturday, but next week for the next 2 Saturdays, well, Saturday 21st might be a little bit. There's a 70% chance I won't be on, 30% chance I will. And on the 28th, I'm at Warhammer World, so definitely won't be on that, because I'll be driving home that night, so I'll be too tired. But yes, thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe and press the bell and all that sort of shit that all the quality YouTubers would say. And no worries, as I said, we do have long ones. Today I'm just hot, and but lovely to see you again. Twice today. Twice. 2 interactions. But yeah, so thanks for coming along and hanging out, and I will catch up with you all on Saturday from 8 PM, and I'll probably be painting these little fuckers. There might be some more, who knows, we will find out. So until then, adios muchachos, have a great evening, and have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you on the weekend. So, salut, bye.